Hello everybody. We are delighted today to welcome Shri Nandakumar ji, who is the national convener of Prajna Pravaha, one of the most leading think tank of the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangha and a leading body in India, to Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics. Welcome, sir, to
Namaskar.
Gokhale Institute.
Namaskar.
We are very honored and privileged to have you visit this institute. As you know, it's almost 100 years old. And
Great.
it was set up by Servants of India Society, which was founded by Gopal Krishna Gokhale, one of our great national leaders. So I'm delighted that you're here and you're going to be speaking to our students and our faculty. Uh, I want to begin by asking you to dwell a bit on your journey, because I know that you have been a trained automotive engineer. You spent some time in as a teacher, but now you are a convener of one of the country's leading think tanks, and I would say a public intellectual. So tell us about your journey in your own words.
Namaskar, everybody. And I'm extremely thankful to Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, and all the faculty members to invite me here in this historical place where history happened. It's a happening place. As far as the 20th century beginning is concerned, this particular place has created history as far as Bharat is concerned. Anyway, it's a great privilege for me. Uh, as far as I am concerned, I don't think that it's much to say about me. But still, sir, you have asked. That's why I try to say something about my journey. Uh, I'm from Kerala, one place known as Pandalam, from a teacher's family. My father, mother, grandfather, grandmother were all teachers. We are two, my elder brother and myself. Uh, being a member of a teacher's family, uh, studying in the time, completing the homework, and in between studying some extra books and all are the rule of such families. And because of that, my father was also very much inclined towards the spiritual activities and all. And right from the beginning, I was bit connected with the adhyatmic spiritual activities, especially Ramakrishna Ashram. In Kerala, one of the illustrious uh, disciple
Direct
of
disciples.
direct, I would like to say, Nirmalananda Swami, who worked in the social field a lot.
Yes.
He came to Kerala and started so many ashrams. One such ashram was very near to my place, that is Tiruvalla ashram. So, and in the meanwhile, I got in touch with Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh's local shakha in my school days itself. So, working either in the field of spiritual activities or in the national activities of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha, these two thoughts were there right from the beginning. Okay, and along with that, you may be knowing, once I finished my uh, college education, my automobile engineering education, I came back to my village, and at that time, Mata Amritanandamayi activity, the ashrama activities has also become very prominent in whole Bharat and especially in Kerala. I was a regular visitor there also, so that background is there. But when looking into the society, national aspects and all, I finally decided to become a Purnakalik of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh in 1984. There were so many other reasons also. But even if I was continuing my small bit of spiritual exercises, yoga, and all those things, I became a full-time worker of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha. And later on, I have looked after district, zonal activities are also with me, and became state level worker, that is known as Sahapranta Pracharak. And then I became the editor of Kesari, which is the most widely circulated weekly in Kerala,
Yes.
especially in the field of an ideological magazine. It was almost 1 lakh subscription is there. I was the editor for pretty long time. And later on, in 2012 onwards, I've been given the responsibility of the Akhil Bharatiya Saha Prachar Pramukh. And
That is publicity relations.
publicity,
Public relations.
more public relations and media relations. So Sangha was, pretty bit reluctant in public contacts and media relations. But after 1984, Sangha also came to the conclusion that for a certain extent, some sort of contact and some sort of media
Because you're
activities
part of society.
are part of the society is necessary. So I got that responsibility. And
And
later
now,
on, in
after this,
2000, right from 2017, I
Panyapur.
became the convener of All India convener of Prajna Pro, which is
Yeah.
working in the intellectual academic area.
So I can see that there have been a spiritual influence on your life from very early. So it's not in a way surprising that you chose this life. I want to just dwell a couple of minutes on this. That one of the teachings, I think, which we associate with these spiritual influences that you mentioned, are what they call Jiva Rupe Shive Seva. That means service of God in the form of service to mankind or human beings. And in a way, this is a universal principle. I think we see it among the Jesuits in Christianity or maybe other religions. So, was that one of the powerful, in fact, in that sense, across all religions, this is a theme. Would you
Yes,
agree with that?
I do agree with it. Serving the humanity, serving the mankind is a message as far as every religion has undertaken. Especially right from the, if you are going deep into the Hindutva philosophy, Hindu civilizational aspects, this particular teaching is there, even to the extent Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitayacha.
Correct.
Even
For the
moksha
salvation as well as the welfare of the world.
welfare
In
of the
fact,
world.
just day before yesterday, we observed the anniversary of the first world religion, world parliament of
Parliament of
religions,
World
the
Religions.
first one convened historically in 1893, which is the stage on which Swami Vivekananda burst forth in the world. And that also was about unity
Yes, yes.
and harmony of religions.
Yes,
In fact, that
exactly.
message is 130 years old. But to this day, we find that religion divides us rather than unites us.
See, in that particular speech itself, Swami Vivekananda has clearly mentioned,
Yes.
then and then only these problems and internal strifes will be over when the message which has been given by the age-old Sanatana Dharma, which is considering other belief system is also correct, not considering that my belief system alone is correct. That aspect is to be removed or neglected. Then only, then you have to write this message on your banners. Then this.
Would you agree that it is not, in the modern world, it is not enough to just tolerate each other, but accept each other as equally valid?
That is the message which has been given by Swami Vivekananda in Chicago itself.
Yes.
See, he clearly mentioned that in our in Bharatiya language, there is no proper translation for exclusion. We never exclude anyone. So in that way, and also ours is not just a tolerance; it is universal acceptance.
Acceptance, yes.
That is it.
Yeah. So Swami Vivekananda also said, of course, he is such a diverse and huge personality and there are officially 8 or 9 volumes of his writings and his letters that many people interpret them in their own way, including Marxists or socialists. But one of the sayings that I am aware of, he said, if you have an empty stomach, first, how can you think of God or spirituality when you don't even have enough to eat? So, would you agree that first we need to take care of basic problems in society like hunger, malnutrition, and also hunger for knowledge, meaning education, basic education, before we can even start talking about religious and rituals?
There is no doubt about that. One who is, suffering from hunger, he is about to die. First and foremost thing is to give him some food. That is necessary. It is not a big philosophy as such. It is a common sense aspect.
Correct.
But the problem is what, sir? People who are trying to belittle Swami Vivekananda, I would like to say, don't take it other words. They are saying that Swami Vivekananda's teaching is that before giving them Gita teaching, they let them have food. Before giving some Vedanta teaching, let them play football. Was it the Lord? Was it? No, it is
So
not.
that is a caricature.
That's a caricature. That's not.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a vast ocean.
Vast ocean. It was.
But looking at contemporary times, how would you see? I feel India's economic development is almost given because of our demography,
Yes.
because of our dynamism, youthfulness, and the way we are placed in the world today. But at the same time, do you agree that economic development requires the foundation of moral and spiritual values?
Necessarily, definitely it is needed. Otherwise,
And
it
how
is
do we strengthen those? How do we
through
inculcate?
through our curriculum, through our educational institutions, through our syllabus. See, now this national education policy has opened a very uh, welcome change in the approach towards the education itself. Bharat-centric education policy that has been written in the first paragraph itself. The approach towards everything by Bharat is entirely different from others. So for that purpose, recently I was reading Yuval Noah Harari's 21 Lessons for the 21st Century,
Yes.
in which all the 20 lessons were he was handling about the problems which are being created by the new information technology, AI, and all those things. But in the 21st lesson, 21st chapter, you're starting it in this way. I'm not quoting ditto,
Yeah.
but the meaning is like this. He was saying that maybe the reader is thinking that I am talking only about the problems. Is there any solution? But yes, there is a solution. Only solution to control this type of menace is, before someone sitting in some part of the world, some elites control your mind, you have to take control of your mind.
Own mind, yes.
For your own mind. For that, what is the way? Yoga and meditation. So whose theory is that? So spiritualizing even
Everyday
IT and
life.
AI,
Yes.
spiritualizing the technology, and of course education, economics also is to be
Unless
spiritualized.
there is a foundation. In
Foundation.
fact, the great British historian Arnold Toynbee had said famously when he wrote those seven or eight volumes, that while the world may have a Western beginning,
Yes, yes.
but the ending chapters, what he meant is the eventual logical conclusion has to be he called it the Indian way, which is harmony and unity of religions and, Samanvay. And when you say Bharatiya, I maybe will just wrap up in the next couple of minutes. That on one hand, we emphasize universality, universalism, then impersonal, and when you say Sanatana, means it is true forever. The the permanence and universal,
Eternal.
eternal, impersonal, and universal. Eternal, impersonal, and universal. If these are the principles and foundations, what is Bharatiya and what is for the world cannot be too different, isn't it?
No, not at all. When we are talking about Bharata, what is the ultimate aim of this Bharatiya philosophy, which you termed as eternal and permanent, all those things? See, it will be fulfilled only when that motto, Krinvanto Vishwamaryam. We have to ennoble the whole world.
Yes.
That is our, and also Sarvepi Sukhinas Santu. Our aim is not to make Bharatiyas alone happy. We have to make the whole world. And there shall not be any person having any sort of disease or illness. Sarve Santu Niramaya. That is our aim.
In fact, two of the five foundations of our constitution are Sarvodaya and Antyodaya. So it has to be welfare for all and welfare of the least well-off.
Yes.
So
last person standing on the last line.
Even if there is one person suffering, we won't enjoy real welfare even if one person is suffering.
That has been proved during this pandemic period.
Yes.
How many nations were supplied with free vaccines by Bharat? These type of aspects are to be properly publicized.
Yes.
But nowadays, unfortunately, that's not happening. People are some people are looking about the drawbacks only. What is the spelling mistake? What is the pronunciation mistake? What is the ethics problem? Whether the left hand or right hand to handle the wine glass. These are all the main issues which are being discussed.
That's sometimes the young and dynamic Indians are also restless and argumentative. But anyway, let's wrap up for now, because we are looking forward to your talk. And once again, thank you for visiting Gokhale Institute. We would like you to come please come again and spend more time, so we will have more sessions on specific topics.
I'll also be very happy to visit these type of places. It is actually a pilgrim. It is a pilgrimage as far as these type of education institutions, which has got a long history of 100 years, and also started by the great leader, the towering personality who molded none other than the father of our nation,
Yes.
Mahatma Gandhiji. So such a place is very much a temple for me. So I'll sure visit again. I'm looking forward for that.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Thank you.